designers. So my name is Emily Thornhill. I'm founder designer of Home Slice Clothing. It's an organic women's apparel brand based right here in Detroit. So a little bit about my history. I studied fashion design at the International Academy of Design in Troy, Detroit. I worked for 2 years as a full-time seamstress and tailor, mastering the craft of fine sewing. It's not easy, it's not fun, but you got to learn how to do it if you want to make good clothes. So that's what I did, and then instead of fleeing away, working as an intern in New York, I decided to kind of blaze my own trail here in Detroit and found a company called Familia Couture. It was a grassroots couture label. Everything was hand sewn, a little on the avant-garde side. It really varied from ready-to-wear to avant-garde, so a vast portfolio I created over the 4 years. And then it's really tough to keep a creative partnership. It is when you're focused on one vision. So I decided to go solo, and I founded Home Slice, my new brand, in January 2011. So I'd like to bring this up because this is something one of my professors said over and over, and I just hear it in my mind over and over. She was English, so it sounded like design is design is design, and no matter what form it takes, it should take your eye on an adventure. So, and I think all of us, no matter what medium, what form, create and design for relevance, to be innovative, for adventure. And I think good design evokes emotion, tells a story, and I think we all, reflect nature, culture, and architecture through design. And what gets me excited specifically is this new triple bottom line design that I'm promoting through Home Slice, putting the people and the planet first in front of profit. I think that's what's really wrong with American fashion right now. That profit is the bottom line, and it's at the expense of Chinese children, but we won't get into that because I'm really passionate about that. And specifically what's changing in design, what inspires me is that the world is so readily available. If I want to know what somebody's wearing in Hong Kong, I can Google it. If I want to know what people are wearing in Amsterdam, I can Google it. And for me, fashion is something that's everything's already been done. So it's just about your interpretation of it. So I can take what's new in the trends and put the Amsterdam spin on it. So it's all about pulling from everywhere, and everything's now very readily available. So at the beginning, this Japanese kimono on the right, they didn't waste a thread of silk when they would make their kimonos, and then to the left, the English American, we couldn't get more complex with their design. So I think it's just a matter of taste, whether you're into Calvin Klein, whether you're into, Alexander McQueen. It's just a matter of taste. And so what's changed in the industry is that there's virtually no production in the United States besides maybe Eric and I sewing our own stuff. But, right, a statistic that blew my mind was in 1965, 95% of American worn clothing was made in America. In 2009, only 5%. So in the past 50 years, we've outsourced an entire industry, and we're completely dependent on China. And I'm just really passionate about trying my best to bring it back to Detroit. It just makes sense. We have the space, we have the power, we have the people. And so now Eric and I are talking about this unending cycle of creation. I'm expected to design a new collection no matter how wasteful it is, twice a year, no matter if nobody likes it or buys it. It's a constant cycle. And the visibility of an instant response through social media has changed the industry dramatically. Businesses are popping up eBay stores, e-commerce. They're releasing limited production, exclusive collections that sell out instantly. It's a great marketing strategy if you have a high-end brand, but when you're looking at it as far as Forever 21, it's very wasteful. They're making crap, and you have to throw it away because it falls apart. So it depends on which market you're in as far as the social media benefits. And then the mix of the human hand and technology does add interest with new collaborative interactions. Just as far as Photoshop, creating new textiles, I'm designing my own textiles now with a graphic designer, which is really dope. I'm excited about that. And so my status quo matching commitment to sustainable practices. What I do in Home Slice, I source all my fabrics from American farmers. This is so important. These are dudes growing cotton in the South. This is where I'm getting my fabric from. This is a big deal, and it's certified organic, so they're regulated and tested every year annually. And all my pieces are hand-produced in Detroit by Detroiters, mainly myself, interns, anybody who wants to come home, so feel free. Everything I do is hand-dyed with water-based dyes. All of my scraps I donate to Arts and Scraps, a local nonprofit. And then in turn, using locally sourced things and shipping locally, I have a lower carbon footprint. So very important to me. Fabrics lots of bamboo jersey. This stuff is super sustainable, grows really fast and vertically. Silk, hemp, none of these use chemicals or pesticides. The most poignant thing I think is organic cotton. Most people don't know that it uses more cancer-causing pesticides than any other crop in the world. About 25% of the pesticides in the world for only 2% of the land. And it's contaminating soil, water, air, the workers, the wildlife. It's a very, very destructive cycle. And I think people don't know when I see cotton, the fabric of our lives, it's like so special, but it's really, really destructive. So I think investing in organics is really important for the kids that don't have the future. It's very important. So what else is going on? Well, the rise of fast fashion, we talked about that. Wearable computers, it's happening. If you don't use your computer enough, you can strap your keyboard to your arm, project your monitor in front of your face. It's part of an augmented reality. It's happening, people. It's $5,000, the picture there, if you want to buy it. The photo on the left is developed by Philips, who makes the light bulbs. This is like a sensory sensing fabric that changes an LED light. Super high technology. I can't even wrap my mind around it, but it's coming. And what's already here are these virtual fitting rooms. They have installed in 40 different malls across the country where you step in and radio waves scan your body and then touch you. You're a size 2 with a size 32 bust. I mean, it's happening. So technology is moving forward, and I'm excited to learn more and collaborate with other local people about how to take this forward. But at the same time, I'm fighting it because I'm nostalgic and I like old school and I like things homemade. So it's a balance for me of how I'm going to take it forward. So there's just a couple other examples on the left. This is a solar panel dress that you can plug your phone into and charge it. And this is a photo of the fit scanner. And then here's some examples of my work. This is a lot of the hand painting I do on silks. I'm really inspired by abstract art, brush strokes, just being creative. This is what's fun for me, is painting on my kitchen table. Watercolors. And then these are some of the new designs for summer. This is a hemp organic cotton blend, a bamboo jersey on the left. Some more bamboo, dip-dyed, hand-dyed pieces, all one of a kind, all hand-created. Organic cotton fleeces. And, yeah, so that's it. And then I got a gig tomorrow night. If you guys are free, you should come on down. City Airport, it's going to be a great show. If you can make it, you should come.